What is up, online CEOs? My name is Josue Pena, and welcome to the channel that is all about helping you launch, grow, and scale your own info product or digital course business, no matter if you have a big following or a small one. And in today's video, we'll be breaking down exactly how we launch a completely new business, had less than 1,000 followers, and in just a matter of 30 days, we did over $129,000 in sales and over $100,000 in net profit. And I want to be 100% transparent with everything. We're going to show you proof. We're going to show you what the business is. We'll show you absolutely everything, and most importantly, we'll be breaking down the strategies for us in order to do so that allow us to get such insane results and insane numbers. That way you can go out there and implement it yourself as well inside of your own course business, even if you're starting from zero and don't have anything created and you're just launching. And of course, even if you have less than 1,000 followers, just like we had in this other business. So the question for you becomes, do you want also similar results? If you do, I'm not here to pitch you or anything, but if you do want our one-on-one help, get you guaranteed results, and even do it in a way where you don't even have to pay if we don't even get your results in the first place, just click the link down there. You'll be able to book a one-on-one call with either myself or one of the advisors on our team just to see how we can help you. Because like I said before, we literally have done this dozens of times where we have helped launch, grow, and scale multiple courses, info products, and coaching programs to 7 and even 8 figures using these exact same strategies. So let's just jump into it. What is up, fam, and welcome to a new video. This is a super exciting one because we're going to cover a very awesome case study of a completely new business that we recently just launched. It actually did $129,000 with barely 1,000 followers. Actually, I think it was less than 1,000 followers. And the coolest part, it did it all in 30 days or a little over 30 days. So we're gonna break down absolutely everything. So in today, what we're gonna cover is several things, just so you know what to expect from this video. Number one is results and time frame. So we're gonna break down kind of the results, show you some proof, all that good stuff. Number two, we're gonna explain the process. How did it happen? What happened behind the scenes? What went onto the strategy to make sure that the $129,000 in sales actually happened in a very short amount of time with less than 1,000 followers and just launching. The coolest part, you'll see it because we didn't even have to create anything. So we pre-sold it, which is again, pretty awesome. And then at the end, we'll show even also what the business is, price points, offer, all that good stuff. Because I know some of you guys might be asking yourself, what is the actual business in the first place? What was the thing that you helped launch, etc. So let's just jump into the results first, okay? So number one, the account barely had 1,000 followers by the end of the 30 days as we were doing this. Number two, okay, it was ugly content created with just my phone and literally zero editing skills. It was just created with this phone, the selfie style or with the back camera. Very, very simple, very, very bare bones. And there was no fancy editing involved. So it was like, there was no fancy camera, there was nothing, okay? Super, super simple, which is again, super awesome. Done, and everything was done and managed the page with content creation, the content scheduler, all of it was done about 2 to 3 hours a week, which again, is pretty awesome. This is kind of quote unquote a side hustle or a side business for me. Obviously, it's not my main company, but it was a business that I saw potential, opportunity. We jumped into it right away, and that's kind of what happened. And I invested about 2 to 3 hours a week into it to make this happen, which again, is pretty freaking cool. Now, let me tell you kind of like the results of what happened. So we did about $129,000 in sales. Of that, $111,000 was cash collected, meaning cash in the bank. And the actual overall profit was over $100,000 of pure profit, cash in the bank. And obviously with over $18,000 more to collect in just a few weeks from the total sales. So let me just show you some proof right now that is actually true and show you kind of like the tracking and everything that we have going on. So you can see right here, we track absolutely every single payment that comes through. And at the top, you can see there's $129,000. Cash collected was $111,980. And I'm just gonna go to this dashboard that we also have right here. You can see right here from February 7th to let's just say, March 7th, we have done about $88,000 in sales in the first 30 days. Again, starting from complete zero. And by the end of the month, so a few weeks later, about 2 to 3 weeks later, we've done about $129,000 in sales. Cash received, about $111,000. Expense, $6,300. This was setter and closer and all that stuff. Yeah, and then to be collected, to be exact, is $17,000 and $20. That's the actual exact number to be collected. So you can see right here, overall, extremely, extremely profitable, extremely super awesome that we're able to do this. And again, I'm just showing you some proof here. This is where we track everything company-wise, bookkeeping-wise, to keep everything organized. So let me just jump into it. And now we're gonna go over everything that happened on the process itself to make this happen. Now, before we get started, a very, very, very important note, okay? This only applies to you if you're a coach, an influencer, or a course creator and want to sell and scale an info product or coaching program with your personal brand, okay? If this is not you, this is not gonna work for you. This video is not really for you, but this is you. Obviously, this applies to you, and you'll see exactly how we can help you and how to even do this yourself as I'm breaking everything down for you, okay? So the question is, how did we do this, okay? Now, a few things that are extremely important key points, okay? If you don't have anything built already, if you don't have a course or something like that, if you have an idea, you're thinking about launching a program or a course or something like that, never, ever, ever create before selling it, okay? Never create before selling it. We want to make sure that we use a business model like, for example, Elon Musk does. Elon Musk, when he's gonna launch a new car, he's like, hey, look, this amazing car is gonna come out. It's gonna have all these cool things. Go buy it, okay? And then I'm gonna send it over to you in 2 years. Same thing here. We want to make sure that we sell it before we make it. I'll show you how to deliver it live on Zoom in a group setting. That way the offer is scalable, it's not dependent on your time, and it's ultimately extremely, extremely profitable, okay? Now, number 2, you need to make sure that you create a good offer, marketing hooks, and angles, okay? Right now, I'm gonna show you done-for-you templates that I personally use to launch this business in a very easy way where it was like literally just copy and paste. This, as you can see right here, is one of the many templates and structures that we have copywriting-wise to make sure that we have good marketing angles and create good offers to the public, and we're able to launch them. So you can see right here, this is just a document that I can send over for free for you if you want it. But we have very simple copywriting principles and copywriting structures here ingrained that allows us to basically just lead gen without having an issue. Like, for example, I showed an example right here of a post, and then the actual copy right here, and then so on and so forth. So I had several, and we used these templates that you're showing right here, the templates, and we implemented it in this new business to be able to then scale and again do $129,000 in sales extremely quickly on over $100,000 in profit over the first 30 days. So let me jump into it right away, because the next step now is making sure that we optimize the page so it becomes kind of like a mini funnel, okay? Right now, maybe your account doesn't have the structure in terms of content that needs to be followed in order to ensure that when people go to the page, they're pre-sold. So we need to make sure that we optimize the page, number 1, because that's the foundation. We don't want to push traffic. We don't want to go hard in, let's just say, a leaky bucket, because if you pour more water in, there's still the main problem, which is the bucket is leaky. We need to fix that, we need to patch that, and then we go from there. So number 1, optimize the page, and then from there, also create a content calendar and structure that draws people in, pre-sells them on the offer, and gets them interested in what you have to offer, okay? This is extremely, extremely important, and the templates ultimately allow me to not have to think about, it's like done for me, I plug and play, very easy, and the content calendar and structure that I was following on also we're able to create it, right? That way it's very easy to implement. It takes about 2 to 3 hours a week on the max, and I just go from there, okay? So that's extremely, extremely important, because we cannot move forward without the foundation done correctly. Now, the next thing is making sure the offer is a premium one, okay? Meaning nothing less than $2,000 to $3,000 per client, okay? And the reason why you want to do this is because it allows us to get better clients and more profit, okay? It's not the same type of client, the client who goes, for example, to McDonald's and buys a $5 hamburger, than the client who goes to the most expensive restaurant and buys a $100 hamburger. It's not the same type of client, okay? So we want to be focusing on the clients who are premium clients, who we can serve more, that are more serious, that we can deliver an amazing transformation, that are going to take this seriously, but also that allows us to make the most amount of profit. And ultimately, you'll see that this is the way this works ideally, because it also allows us to reinvest back into the business extremely faster than your competition, and ultimately allows it to grow faster. So if right now maybe you have an ebook or a subscription program or something like that you're selling for like a total of less than $2,000 to $3,000 per year per client, we need to make sure that we create an offer that's premium in order to implement this. I'm not saying that it can't work with a lower ticket product or course, but ideally you want to be selling something premium, because then your profit and the scalability is just going to go off the roof. And trust me, $2,000 to $3,000 is not a lot of money. Most people can afford them no matter what kind of offer it is. And if you need help creating a premium offer, we're here to help you, obviously. and most importantly, to make sure that we create a good sales process, which I'll talk here in a bit of how to implement a good sales process. And I'll even show you an example of one of the clients that we have. Okay, now that makes sense, I'm gonna also show you an example of how to pre-sell, okay? Now let's just say, for example, the case study group that you're gonna launch starts on May 1st. That is in about 2 weeks from today, all right? Now, all you have to do is literally sell it to 10 to 20 people at $2,000 to $3,000 a pop, and you literally just made $30,000 to $60,000 in net profit before having made anything. You're literally haven't created anything. And ultimately, this is the way you want to do it, because you save time, energy, and effort creating a course and spending 2, 3, 5 months creating something that you don't know if people are going to buy or not. So might as well make sure that we pre-sell it first, deliver it live. Again, I'll show you a real example here of how to do that. And then from there, we're able to test the market, be profitable from day one, and go from there. So the reason why I prefer this is for 2 reasons, okay? Number one, I am lazy by nature. Okay, I'm very lazy by nature, believe it or not. And I hate pushing, okay? Having to push something uphill like this is extremely hard. Like having to push yourself is obviously very, very hard. I prefer to have something pull me, okay? I prefer to have something that just pull me in this direction without having to do anything basically, because I'm already pulled in that direction. So I'm thinking that if you're like me and you're lazy, you hate pushing, right? You hate pushing super hard. But at the same time, if you have $30,000 to $60,000 in net profit in the bank before having to create anything, that's probably going to pull you, because ultimately you don't want to give a refund, number one, obviously. And ultimately you also are going to be more motivated and pulled to give an amazing experience and deliver an amazing product and service and coaching program and all that stuff to the people who bought the pre-sale kind of price point. That's the reason number one. And the reason number two is people like being first, okay? The beta testers know as a case study group, they know they're first, and ultimately us as humans, we like being first. It is ingrained in our psychology. So literally you allowing 10 to 20 people to be first on your program, that's gonna give them a specific tangible result by the end of it, is extremely valuable for them, and they will love it because they're gonna get it at a discount, for example. It's gonna be more beneficial to you because you're gonna have net profit in the bank. And if you're like me, like I said, lazy, it's gonna pull you. And then number three, something that you might not realize is that those people are also gonna be the first testimonials you immediately get after the case study group is over, which is again extremely valuable because you launch immediately from day one, basically, with testimonials, and you scale from there, which allows us to scale very quickly. Okay, so now we have these different things. Now we have the offer, okay? Now we have the pre-sale process. Now the question is, how do we get traffic and sales? Okay, we have offer, we have pre-sale process, we have the content structure, we have all these different things. Cool. We have the templates to lead gen, we have all these different things, but how do we get traffic? How do we get sales? Okay, now this is where the next part comes in. Okay, we need to make sure that we have a solid sales process to turn the followers into premium paying clients in the shortest amount of time possible. Okay, and this needs to be simple, fast, effective, and it also needs to be plug and play. Okay, because obviously if you're doing this, you're going to move fast. It needs to be fast. It needs to be plug and play. Okay, so in terms of tech, like literally the only tech you need is called Growth Station. Okay, so it's a software that allows you to book appointments and like do all sorts of good stuff for digital courses, coaches, all that good stuff. So that's the only software you really need. It's called growthstation.io. That's personally what I use as well to do this. Okay, now after that, obviously the question becomes, how do we even get traffic? So traffic and attracting quality leads to get sales. So how do we make this happen? All right, there's 2 main traffic sources that I personally do like. Number one is Instagram ads in a very, very unique way, not the traditional way that you might have seen, but a very unique way. Now, the only problem is that we only have 2 weeks, right? Because the case study group is in 2 weeks from now, and there's not enough time to warm up the pixel, okay, the AI from Facebook, and profitability is also might be an issue, meaning we don't want to be spending a ton of money on marketing or on ads without testing the offer in the first place. So we need to figure out a way where it's very cheap to test it. We're able to go from there. We're able to make sales, all that good stuff. So there's a better way and a main traffic source that we use initially to jumpstart everything extremely quickly, literally overnight, not even kidding. And that's called shoutouts and promotions. Okay. Now I'll explain to you how it works because it's very, very simple. Now let's just say that you have an account with, 100 followers. Okay. Let's just say you have an account with 100 followers, right? Maybe you have an account like that. Those potential 100 followers might be buyers, okay? But let's assume that you have 100 followers with friends and family, etc. Now, let's assume that you follow the content structure, right? The content plan. You take 2 to 3 hours a week to do the content with your phone. That's all you need. Let's say you have a good offer, sales process, and not dialed in, all that good stuff. You have that, okay? Perfect. Now, what you need to do is go very simple. So like simply go to influencers and theme pages in your niche, okay? And simply pay them $100 for a promotion. That's it. So for example, there are pages, let's just say out there that have 100,000 followers and they're in the same niche that you're on. Now here's something cool, is that these 100,000 people are interested in what you have to offer already. All you have to do is put your offer messaging and marketing angles in front of these 100,000 people and push traffic back to your page, okay? Push traffic back to your page. And what happens is that since you already had the consistent and solid sales process to turn the followers into premium paying clients, then you're able to monetize those followers that are coming in extremely easy. So it's as simple as that, like literally as simple as that. And this is the reason why the average ROI for our clients is anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000, okay? And again, I'll break down the numbers for you. Okay, so let's just say you have $100. From that, on the worst case scenario, right, you should be able to get about 100 followers back, okay? Now, here's the good thing, that if you have a good sales process, let's say you're mediocre or average, right? From those 100 followers that you just got, with again your own marketing message, not the same thing. I know they have giveaways. Side note, I know there's giveaways out there. Maybe you've done it, maybe you've not. If you haven't done it, good, don't do it. If you've done it, I know what that feels like. You probably don't like it that much. But like the thing is, like giveaways, nobody is going to buy your product or service because they are following you to win an iPhone. They're just not, right? They're just not going to buy your product or service if they're following you for that reason. Ultimately, in this scenario, is different because the shout out or promotion that we're doing is with a niche account in your target audience or niche, number one. And then number two, it has your own marketing message. Okay, it has your own marketing message and the angles again from these templates, right? The content that you have here, boom, you run that same thing there. Very, very simple. So there's like no guesswork, right? Now, people, when they see that and they read it, they are going to get interested in it and they will follow you voluntarily, which is the ultimate thing, because they will follow you voluntarily because they want to find out more about your offer, marketing hooks, and all that good stuff. And that's why they're following you in the first place. It's not because they want to win an iPhone, it's because they're following because they're interested in your business. Okay, pretty groundbreaking. But that's that. Now here's the math: 100 followers, $100, right? You should be able to get at least, on the worst case scenario, about 100 followers from that. Very easy. Now here's a cool thing: you, with a sales process, should be able to close just one simple deal from 100 people and 100 followers. That's it. But here's the caveat though. That one sale is, let's say at $2,500. Let's just put it at the middle, right? $2,500. You effectively just turned $100 into $2,500. That is a 25x return, or 2,500%. Pretty freaking cool, right? Pretty freaking cool. And then after that, all you have to do is simply rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And that's how we were able to scale so quickly in our scenario. Okay, we got to, again, $129,000 in sales. 111 of that was cash collected. We spent, as you saw, about $6,300 or so, and that was it. And it wasn't even my main focus. And that was expensive software, all that stuff. It's pretty easy. And with this 1,000 followers, so very, very simple. Now we have, now we've gone through pretty much everything. Now we have a solid offer and marketing hooks, okay, with the templates that I showed you right here. Okay, now we have that, number one. Number two, we also have the page optimized and becoming a mini funnel. Okay, having the page optimized and having it become a mini funnel that indoctrinates people, warms people up to you, and literally that's all you need. Okay, and we're using again a software called growstation.io in order to do this. Very simple. Okay, now the mini funnel, optimize the page, combination with GrowStation, boom, done. Now 3, making sure that we have a content structure and calendar that pre-sells the offer for you. This is extremely important because the thing is that when followers come through to your page from the promotions and shoutouts, they're going to need content to consume, and the best type of content is content that pre-sells the offer that you already have. Very simple. Okay, and then from there, you need to be able to have the entire content structure and calendar, all that good stuff, it allow you to manage it all in about 2 to 3 hours a week. Okay, I hate creating content. I hate doing all these things. Like, I'm not particularly fond of doing videos like this, even simply because I just don't like it. But I do know that if I take 2 to 3 hours a week, I can do all the content that I need, get it over with, and done. That's it. All the management of the entire Instagram page, all the content structure, all of it done in about 2 to 3 hours a week. Set it and forget it. And then we have systems in place to then upload automatically as well. Very, very easy and simple. Now, next is making sure that we have a consistent plug and play sales process that turns the followers into premium clients. Again, this is extremely important because we don't want to be spending money without making money, right? We don't want to just become a quote unquote famous influencer that's broke. There's a lot of them out there, and we don't want to be one of them. So we want to make sure that we're turning followers into premium clients in the shortest amount of time. Typically what we see is about 7 to 14 days, super quick. So you spend $100 today, in 7 days from now, you'll get $3,000 back. Pretty good ROI, if you ask me. So that's that. And then we also need fast traffic to our Instagram marketing or to our Instagram, because we need to make sure we test this offer super fast. Like, we don't have time to waste. Launch days in 2 weeks or a month or whatever you set, and we need to get going, right? We need to get going. So we need 10 to 20 seats at $3K a pop, boom, let's go. So, and then marketing budget, pretty much you can start with about $500 to $1,000 to start. Very easy, very simple, nothing complicated at all. So you can start with just $500, $1,000 to start at a cheap price, or you can just, like I said, $100 and just go at it. That's it. Very, very easy, very cheap, and very simple. Now, it is your time to execute, okay? Now is your time to execute. I want to see you crushing, growing your following, and most importantly, monetizing it with your coach and course business or program. That's it. So the question that you might be asking yourself is, what is next after the pre-sale? Okay, what happens next? It's very, very simple. Number one is you deliver the live case study group live on Zoom in a group setting. Okay, let's just say your days that you're going to take an hour a day. So you do like 2 calls a week or 1 call a week for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever amount of weeks you want. And that's it. So 1 or 2 calls a week, an hour each. You teach it live on Zoom, and that's it. Super simple, very easy. And then the recordings of that become your course, okay? So you're building it as you go. You're not having to spend time creating anything from scratch. You're being profitable from day one, and then from there, you're being able to build and go forward, okay? Now, here's the good thing. Again, you're profitable from day one. You have $30,000, $60,000 sitting in the bank account right now, and you're profitable without having to spend any energy, time, effort, or having any expenses pretty much whatsoever, except a little bit of marketing whatsoever. Again, pretty freaking cool. Now, here's the thing. You can invest that money in order to build the funnels, the tech, the CRM, the system, the membership area, and the course structure afterwards, okay? Which is pretty cool because you now have the resources in order to invest. And you now have the resources to also bring in team members to help you scale and for you to delegate on them. Again, pretty awesome because that's how you're able to scale. We were able to scale, again, this offer to 6 figures a month net in a little over 30 days without having membership area, without having funnels, without having a website, without having any team members involved in it. Pretty much anything. That was all me as a side hustle, 2 to 3 hours a week. Boom, content with my phone, pre-sold the offer, get going, boom, that's it. Super easy, bare bones, very fast. My goal is to just make sure that it's simple, it's simplified, because I obviously don't have a lot of time to do this stuff. So I just did it. Pretty easy, 6 figures paycheck by the end of the month in net profit. Pretty cool. Now, make sure from there, what we can also do is then scale up traffic, okay? Scale up traffic, launch paid ads, keep closing sales and growing. Now that we've launched the case study group, it was profitable. Now that we invested into building tech, funnel, CRM, membership area, course structure, we have the right team in place. Okay, we can hire some people to delegate some of the areas. Now all we have to do is simply scale up traffic. Okay, meaning shout outs and promos, buying more of that. Obviously, it's profitable. Let's keep doing it. Also launching Instagram and Facebook ads. Instagram ads, like I said, in the very unique way we're doing it, is absolutely crushing it for us right now and for our clients. And again, that's what I would do. Number 3 is also another traffic source, YouTube ads. You can also do that. Or you can even do TikTok ads as well, which is ultimately crushing it right now too. And finally, you can also use Facebook groups. Facebook groups are a little bit dying right now, but they're still super, super powerful. And maybe like other traffic sources that you know, organic, whatever. Now, if you want to see even more examples of how this actually goes live and all that good stuff, you can go to onlineseals.com/reviews, and I'll put up the website right now so you can check some of them out. Okay, this is a website we've worked with Alex Becker, Kevin David, Lady Boss, Tana Chitta. So we work with a lot of people, all the 7-8-figure brands and entrepreneurs from ClickFunnels pretty much are our clients. Nick Santana style, so he speaks with Tony Robbins on stage. We did about $80,000 in like 14 days or something crazy. So it's absolutely insane the amount of testimonials and results that we have. Again, I can just like scrolling down, and we actually need to update this page because we're getting new ones pretty much every single week. Now, here's one that I want to show you to like make you believe it more. This is Dave right here, okay? I have this case study. You can go check it out, go read it, go watch the testimonial video. So he literally was a bartender about 2 years ago when the pandemic started. Okay, when the pandemic started in March 2020, he was a bartender, and now he got laid off as a bartender because of the pandemic, right? He lives here in Miami. So everything shut down, obviously. Now, a year, like in 30 days later, he was doing $19,000 in profit, okay? $19,000. He had like less than 3,000 followers. Again, pre-sold it. Same thing I explained here to you today. He just went with it and fast because he didn't have any income. He didn't have any money. Like he just went hard on it because it was like, you know, his back was against the wall basically. So he just did it. The testimonial, again, you can check the video right here. You can read it all. And then from there, a year later, he was doing $100,000 a month. Scaled up to over $1 million a year. Got to Comma Club, as you can see right here. And today, here's the coolest thing. Today, he's doing over $500,000 a month. $500,000 a month, which is, again, absolutely crazy that he's doing those kind of numbers and just started about 2 years ago and taking it seriously. Pretty cool if you ask me. Again, you can check some of them out right here. For example, Parker Wild, same thing. He was doing about $6,000 a month with his course and program. In literally 4 months, we added $1 million to his business. Super, super crazy. He went from like $6,000 a month to like $300,000 in a single month, which is absolutely crazy. Tanner, same thing. Kevin, Lady Boss, Alex Becker. Like we have so many testimonials because this process right here just straight up works. So if you're either looking to launch, if you have done anything, looking to launch, this obviously works for you, or you're looking to scale, right? A course or a business or a coaching program or anything like that, we can also help you and do it. The process might change a little bit, but like the process is pretty much the same for everybody, whether you are starting from scratch and building it and launching it, or you just want to scale. All right, so now the question is, what is next up? I know that I promised at the beginning that I was gonna show what was this business, this case study was based upon, and it is very simple. It is called Lords of Crypto, where we help people make a full-time passive income with crypto, making $10,000 to $20,000 per month in profit with crypto. Very simple. I'll show you even the Instagram page right now. As the time of filming this video, it has 1,400 followers, so just a little over the amount of followers that I did it when it started. You can see 1,400 followers, and the content is very ugly if you ask me. Like there's nothing special about it. Like it's literally just me screen sharing my phone and just talking. That's pretty much it. It's like there's literally nothing special about it. It's like the simplest content that I've ever made, just with recording with my phone, pretty much, as you guys can see right here. There's nothing really about it. It's like I just like share my computer and just go from there. It's like again, I'm pretty lazy, so I like simple things. I like things that work, and all the content works. So you don't need to create some sort of fancy, crazy piece of content to make it happen. You can see right here, 1,400 followers, 6 figures a month net every 30 days. Pretty dope if you ask me, okay? And the coolest part about all this is that we also already have testimonials of clients who are already getting results and crushing it. Plus, most importantly, giving us feedback on everything. So what did I tell you? I told you that number one, we wanted to make sure that we're profitable, growing, testing the market without having to create anything. Number one, right? That obviously gets us going, pulls us, clients are happy. But here's the cool thing. Because of that, we were also able to get testimonials almost immediately. And you can see some of the testimonials right here, okay? Like we literally have hundreds already, like a ton of screenshots and testimonials of people who are just profiting and making money. We even have one client make $800 in a single day without day trading, all in passive income, which is, again, absolutely crazy. And I think it's this video right here that is, I don't think it's loading.
But it's a quick shout out to Josue.
So there you go. That client right there make like $800 in a single day profit, passive income with crypto in the way we're showing it. Again, super cool. Obviously the product works. And on top of that, we're getting feedback as well to improve the product even more. for example, this right here is our backend systems, if you will. And you can see right here that we have a tab that's called feedback and ideas. And we have a lot of people giving us feedback on how to improve, how to make things better, and all that good stuff, okay? So, super, super cool that we're able to profit from day one. Clients are happy, clients are getting results, and most importantly, also giving us feedback to make sure that we're moving forward in the right direction. So the question to you is, would you like similar results to what we are able to accomplish with this completely new business that we launched from scratch without having to create anything? Again, $129,000 in sales in a little over 30 days and over $100,000 in profit with less than 1,000 followers without having to create anything. So right now, if you're launching or looking to launch and scale your coaching or online course program, okay, there's going to be a link or button around this video. Click it, okay? And then from there, we'll able to jump on a one-on-one call to see if we're a good fit to work together for us to help you with this. And we'll even guarantee results, or you simply don't pay. Very simple, straightforward. So again, click the link around this video or the button that's gonna be right here. And let's just jump on a one-on-one call with either myself or our team. We'll explain how everything works. We'll even show you a game plan that we create with every client that comes in once we come on and we onboard them and to get started. That way, there's no guesswork on what to do. There's no guesswork on what content to create. There's no guesswork on what to do every single week to make sure that you're scaling. There's no insane time investment. You have to manage all these different pages and stuff because it takes a lot of time for most people. For us, it takes like 2 hours a week or 3 hours a week. And ultimately, you're able to grow your following, but most importantly, make money and monetize and be profitable extremely, extremely quickly, even before you have created a single piece of content or a single piece of course or anything like that. So again, click the link around this video somewhere right here. We'll jump on a call to see if we can help you hit and scale to 6 and even 7 figures over the next few months. And that has really been all. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button. If you don't want to miss any of the other future videos where we're just sharing our journey as we launch and scale a SaaS company, and for you to start implementing these exact same strategies inside of your online coaching business, info product, or digital course. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.